Well, in the chapter for this video case, we analyze an ethical dilemma in where a retail store introduces fees to the companies that give them their products for the retail store to sell to the final customers. And there is a problem in where small companies cannot have enough budget to increase the money given to these retail stores to place their products in a good space compared with their competition of big enterprises that have an enormous budget to make sure that their products sell. So that will be mostly the ethical dilemma that we will discuss and analyze further into the
This
video.
ethical dilemma, the question of how ethical are slotting fees, as a team we conclude that it's not an ethical problem because this is not only depend on the companies, depend of a lot of factors related, for example, the government, the market, the competence, and other factors. The business world depends on the preference of the market, so the strategies that they apply to get more customers is valid if they don't broke any bureaucratic rule. In this case, sounds like they want to steal money or customers, but it's not something new. The company's low resources have to find another strategy or change their focus to compete with the big companies. The brands, the customers change of brand all the time. The brands work hard to be known and have a good position to sell their products. So we consider that this doesn't have an unethical action.
Identify the many variables that a hospital needs to consider in layout design. There are many different variables that a hospital needs to consider when developing a layout design. We think that the hospital personnel must consider security in terms of protection for all the patients. Nursing location, the nurse's desk should be well located so they don't spend too much time walking from a room to another. Privacy and space for every patient's room and their visitors is also important. The flow of personnel, equipment, and materials is also important, as well as food. And finally, every lab, X-ray, and pharmacies have to be located in a specific place in the layout.
Consider a hospital in your area. What kind of layout does the hospital have? Compare this layout with Arnold Palmer's hospital layout. What do you conclude? Since all of the hospitals are all in this area, all of them use the traditional lineal hallway layout. And I think the pod design is better because its layout makes every process more efficient, so I think the layouts should be updated.
What are the advantages of the circular pod design over the traditional linear hallway layout found in most hospitals? Well, I believe that the pod layout makes that available to the hospital to reduce the amount of steps a nurse has to take in order to reach patients or to reach equipment to treat the well of his patients. And this creates a more efficient, a time efficient procedure in where patients can get attention faster and get in and out of the hospital quicker.
Describe why this is so important at Arnold Palmer Hospital and give examples of its use in layout design. It is important because it includes everything related with the ambient conditions, creating a serene environment. For example, in comfortable waiting areas with pictures, coffee table, warm colors on the walls, and areas for the visitors and the family.